Morning. Please sit down.
Name? Your Excellency, sir, my name is Abiodun.
Today, December 10th, and on this occasion, the Human Rights Commission has come with its appeal regarding human rights in Nigeria by allowing chairperson.
My name is Jamila Isa Emeka.
Your Excellency, my name is Sunday.
Your Excellency, my name is Kenny Assuage.
I represent the...
Mr. President, I will first of all International Human Rights Day.
Representing the NBA. My name is Nella.
The management and staff of the National Human Rights Commission, I want to express our gratitude to you for giving us an audience despite your very busy schedule to be able to interact with you and brief you on the activities, challenges, and opportunities of National Human Rights Commission. As you are aware, Mr. President, the National Human Rights Commission was set up in fulfillment of Nigeria's international obligation to the UN General Assembly, Resolution 48-134. This therefore underscores the strategic importance of the Commission to Nigeria at domestic and international levels. Your Excellency, sir, our audience with you today could not have been at a more auspicious time in the history of our nation, with the challenges of insecurity on one hand and the COVID-19 pandemic and other development challenges confronting our dear nation. These challenges impact on the enjoyment of human rights enshrined in the 1999 Constitution as amended, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, and other national, regional, and global human rights instruments to which Nigeria is a party. Some of the major challenges confronting our nation today that have human rights implications include terrorist insurgency, ethnic agitations, kidnapping, banditry, drug abuse, youth unemployment, and cultism and bullying in schools. Added to this are traditional human rights challenges of poverty, access to education, health care, and other social services, gender and other forms of inequalities, and human rights violations associated with law enforcement and access to justice. Mr. President, sir, these challenges have made the existence and the mandate of the Commission in Nigeria today ever important and strategic. It is with this sense of responsibility that we come before you today, first to appreciate Your Excellency for deeming us fit to direct the affairs of such an important institution and for the support that the Commission has been receiving under your leadership. Within your administration, sir, the Commission's annual allocation has been increased for the first time in our democracy and has been able to extend its operations by the creation of offices in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. The Commission has also received support to build a permanent office in each of the 6 geopolitical zones, with 6 additional state office complexes at different stages of completion across the country. These structures will enhance the operations and the independence of the Commission to promote and protect the human rights of Nigerians. Your Excellency, the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted the political, social, and economic foundations of many societies in Nigeria and Africa, upon which enjoyment of human rights as enshrined in our Constitution, the International Bill of Rights, and African Charter on Human Rights are based. The implications of the long months of lockdown, such as loss of livelihood, increase in level of inequalities, school dropouts, upsurge in sexual and gender-based violence, including assault on key populations by state and non-state actors, will need systematic and focused interventions at state and national levels to be addressed. Mr. President, sir, as nations forge partnerships for recovery after the pandemic, investments in human rights should form the foundations of our efforts. Building national capacities to respond to the next pandemic through human rights-based approaches to both medium and long-term national recovery and development plans will be key to addressing intergenerational poverty and inequalities, which fuel conflicts and deepen vulnerabilities across Nigeria. It is in this sense that the Commission welcomes the recent approval by the Federal Executive Council of the National Development Plan for 2021 to 2025. We look forward to engaging with the government to ensure that the attainment of human rights obligations, especially socio-economic rights, enshrined as fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy, is at the center of the plan's implementation. Your Excellency, sir, in recognition of this connection and strategic importance of human rights to development, the Vienna Declaration and Program of Action, adopted by the World Conference on Human Rights in Austria in 1993, requested each state to consider the desirability of drawing up a national plan of action, identifying steps where the state will improve the protection and promotion of human rights. Towards this end, the Commission, in collaboration with ministries, departments, and agencies of government, civil society, and development partners, have developed a national action plan for the promotion and protection of human rights in Nigeria for the year 2022 to 2026 to respond to the challenges of human rights at institutional, policy, thematic, and programmatic levels in Nigeria. We have the plan to present to Your Excellency, sir. So we come to you today, Mr. President, with this draft National Action Plan developed through a conscious, participatory, consultative, and collaborative approach, recognizing multi-sectoral and other diverse interests and mandates within and outside government. The draft action plan, with its implementation plan, is a living document which is a major fulfillment of Nigeria's international obligations to promote, protect, and fulfill all human rights. Upon the approval of Mr. President and the Federal Executive Council, this action plan will be implemented by line ministries, departments, and agencies, and other non-state actors, such as civil society and development partners, because human rights are indivisible and interdependent. Your Excellency, addressing human rights issues for a huge country like Nigeria requires adequate funding, as well as operational and institutional capacity. It is in recognition of this that the National Human Rights Commission Amendment Act of 2010 provided for human rights programs, provided for the establishment of a human rights fund to provide financial support for human rights programs and to provide justice and compensation to victims of human rights violations. The Commission is working towards the operationalization of this fund, and we appeal to Your Excellency for your support and traditional commitment to make it a reality. Mr. President, sir, you may recall that the Commission is the host of the Independent Investigative Panel on Human Rights Violations by the defunct SARS and other units of Nigerian police. The staff of the Commission are also members of all the state panels. We are glad that these challenges are receiving the attention of Mr. President and hope that funding will be provided soon to enable the 297 petitioners before the panel to have their cases heard and those deserving to receive justice. Your Excellency, the National Human Rights Commission will work with partners within and outside government to ensure that the reports from all the panels are implemented. Promoting accountability for human rights violations will mean addressing all the bottlenecks impeding access to justice, including institutional reforms in law enforcement and far-reaching reforms in our court systems and procedures to address impunity and violations. Addressing illegal arrests and prolonged detention of Nigerians including young people and other vulnerable groups, will be key to building confidence in law enforcement in our great country. Towards this end, the Commission is leading a multi-stakeholder process for police reforms based on the white paper of the 2018 Presidential Panel on SARS. Your Excellency, sir, since 2018, the National Human Rights Commission has introduced quasi-judicial mechanisms for addressing human rights violations. The Commission appreciates the support of the National Assembly, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the National Judicial Council, and the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice for their respective roles in these reform processes. Once again, on behalf of the Council members and myself and the Commission, I want to thank you most sincerely, Mr. President, for the support the Commission has received under your leadership. On our part, we pledge our unalloyed commitment to the promotion and protection of human rights under the Nigerian Constitution and other human rights statutes and instruments. Working with government stakeholders, non-state actors, and development partners, the Commission will continue to strive towards the realization of the human rights and rule of law objectives of your administration and in fulfilling Nigeria's international obligations. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this audience, and may God bless you and bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It will show how seriously they have taken some of the extra-governmental organizations that help the government to articulate positions on what receive a lot of publicity. The composition of your committee is very interesting. It covers the whole spectrum of governance, and this is very interesting. So how I wish people will understand and appreciate the Commission and pass the representations through you, so that I will have less hectic time in government. I'm very pleased that we have the facilities throughout the country. This is very good. I'm very pleased with the way you approach it and the way you make sure that you are on the ground in every state. The composition, as I mentioned, is all right. Human Rights Commission funding. We'll try and see which minister is supposed to be working with you and find out within our limited resources what we can honestly do for you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.